TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry, leave me a message.
I
Bye.
just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury Risings, and I will be your host today. Today we'll be talking about my book, Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find, Relationship Chronicles. And I'm also inviting you all to call in with your questions, and maybe I can give you a good answer. But before I start with the questions or telling you about the book, I just want to give you a little insight on how you could possibly determine whether you have a good partner or not. So this is the way that I've kind of researched to figure out who my good partner might be. So you can go by the elements. You have air, fire, water, and earth. So you have the four elements, and under the four elements you have the three zodiac signs. So depending on what zodiac sign you are, so let's say for instance you might be air. Your air sign, air is the big capital letter. So under air you're going to have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So each element is broken up into four different areas, and those four different areas have three signs under each. So when you think about air, you can think of a tornado, a hurricane, a nice breeze on a cool day, but you think of the things that air can do, and you think of the things that air can control, like let's say you have fire, and I'll say fire for fire sign. So fire sign is actually fire, and air sign is actually air. So let's say you got a fire sign and an air sign. You have a Gemini and you have a Sagittarius. So those are two air signs. So now let's go back to the elements. So this is how air would work with fire. Air and fire they're a dynamic match, because air can build fire up. So if you're building a fire, you've probably seen where somebody just blow on it, like blow on it, and you keep blowing on it and blowing on it, and then you're going to see smoke, and then you see the little fire come up. Or you're going to take one of those accordion-like fans and keep pumping it if you're building your fire in your fireplace, and it builds it up. So air and fire, it's not too much fire can do to air, but air can make fire really flammable. Air can make fire move faster. So if you are an air sign and the other person is a Sagittarius or Leo or Aries, those are the 3 fire signs. The person that's the air sign is going to have more control over the person that's the fire sign because of how the elements work. So let me go to air and water. Water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So water signs, is actually not too much that water sign can do with an air sign, but there's a lot that an air sign can do with water. So the air, as it picks up speed, it can make that, I believe that's called a tornado. But anyway, and that has water. So air and water is a good mixture, but water tries to be controlling because water can be very forceful. But air can always hold that water back. Now, if you have a water sign and a fire sign, that's not a good match. So if you have an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, or a Scorpio, Cancer, and a Pisces coming together is not good because what can water do to fire? Put it out, stifle it. No control whatsoever. Not that anybody really is looking for control, but there is going to be some control between, one partner is going to be more dominant than the other. I just take control out. One is usually more dominant than the other, whether it's the male or the female. So you want to pay attention to those. And earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Now, earth signs are supposed to be the most calmest kind of, it's the sign that gets along with everybody, but you don't really want to rub them the wrong way, because when you think about Earth, you think of what Mother Earth can do. So what Mother Earth can do is, okay, she can be calm, she's very fertile, or he, and she can wreak havoc with, okay, let's start with the ground. She can cause an earthquake. Or she can cause the grass to go green. She can, or he can, I think just out of all 12 of the signs, the category for earth signs is just the most easiest to get along with, well, unless you're rubbing them the wrong way. But so if you think about earth, like the earth, wind, and fire, like earth, wind, and fire said, if you think about the air sign, the fire sign, water sign, and earth sign as the elements of the person that you want to get involved with, then that's a little bit easier to determine how your relationship should be, or probably would turn out being, if you have an element that matches or complements your element. But if you have one that doesn't, then you can just look out for the chaos. Now you have, I'm not going to talk about the zodiac signs and how they match, but you all can just kind of search that out for yourself. But I just wanted to bring into the your attention the different types of elements and how the elements work. Now, Sagittarius and Gemini, they work excellently in the bedroom. Gemini and Scorpio, okay, I'll just say Scorpio. Scorpio alone, well, you know, they say Scorpios are sex freaks. I don't know, but that's what they say. And I've had people that are Scorpios to tell me that most Scorpios are sex freaks. And fire signs are basically nonstop. And that's any of the 3 out of the fire signs. And Geminis, they're more like teachers and they like to learn new things. Earth signs, they're kind of, I don't know, freakish, I guess you can say that. Oh, so you can get your on the wild side ride from the earth side of the elements. And I'll leave that right there with the elements. So if you have any questions about that, you can always just call in the numbers at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to go to soulmates now. So then I'll cover twin flames, because all I'm doing is trying to help you find that one person that will be the best suited person for you in the bedroom. Even though I'm going to tell you about soulmate and I'm going to tell you about twin flame, the elements are the best telling of who is best for you in the bedroom. But also you have to pay attention to what sign you were born under. Like, for instance, I'm Gemini, and I was born under Gemini sign because I was born at 6:01 a.m. So my sun is Gemini. So I'm like Gemini, and a twin. Woo-wee. But anyway, soulmates. So your soulmate, I know I've mentioned before on other episodes that your soulmate is, some people think you have just one. But no, you have many, many, many soulmates. Because the soulmates are coming to your life to teach you the lesson. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you was in a relationship with Bob, and Bob didn't treat you too good. Bob cheated on you. Bob was abusive, verbally and physically. You stayed with Bob, and you took that, say, for 2 years. And you decided you had enough, and you left Bob. So you didn't give yourself enough time to heal. It takes longer than 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. You need some time in there to do the work to heal yourself. So now you're going and you're going to get in a relationship with Jim. But Jim treats you the same way Bob did. So, but Jim might add on one thing extra. So Jim is going to be rude and disrespectful. He's going to hit you. He's going to cuss you out. He's not going to pick you up from work on time. Jim is messy, or just a little extra than Bob. So you let some time go with Jim. 30 days later, you met, I don't know, Kareem. Now, you in love with Kareem. Kareem got everything that you like. He's tall, good looking, nice job, got his own house, car, everything. Kareem got it going on. But Kareem has some of the same characteristics that Jim has, and Bob. So you stay with Jim. So you stay with Jim for 9 months, not as long as you was with Bob, and you stayed with Kareem for 9 months, not as long as you was with Jim and Bob. So the point here is you had 3 soulmates, but neither one of those, you didn't learn your lesson from Bob, you didn't learn your lesson from Jim, you didn't learn your lesson from Kareem. So you need to give yourself some time to heal in between, work on yourself. Whether you can go get some, what they call those self-help books, or Google stuff, or however, or just sit and wait and talk to the Lord and see what he can give you. But you need to heal. So you might want to just evaluate those past relationships and see where you went wrong and how you chose them, or is it actually was just them, or is it was something that you just was supposed to learn from the first person that it took you 3 people to learn from. So if you don't get it the first time or the second time, you're going to keep repeating it until you actually get whatever the lesson is. And that lesson could have just been, do I know my worth? Or I need to know my worth. Okay, so those are soulmates. Then you have, so those soulmates came in to teach you a lesson about something that you needed to learn that you didn't. Then you have the karmic people karmic mates that come in. The karmic mates come in because they're going to teach you a lesson too, but they're going to teach you a lesson because you did something bad to someone else. So let's say when you was with you call him Junior from Alabama. When you were with Junior, Junior was very good to you, but you did to Junior what Jim and Bob and Kareem did to you. So now you're getting your karmic payback because of how you treated Jim, but also how you treated Jim, Kareem, and Bob. So you're getting your payback for this fourth person is paying you back for how you treated. No, the fourth person comes into your life. The fifth person comes into your life because you treated a fourth person wrong. You treated the fourth person the way person number 1, 2, and 3 treated you. Okay, got it. So that's a karmic. And karmic lasts for a period of time. So it can last for 6 months, 9 months. You can even be in love with your karmic. And it's just not supposed to last because that karmic person is only supposed to be there what some people just call for a season until you learn that lesson. But if you don't learn that lesson, that karmic can leave because that karmic may leave on their own, but you may not want that karmic to leave because you're so in love with them. But it's a karmic. It's only there to teach you a lesson. So we go through all of these, and it's very confusing. We go through all these relationship issues, and it's hard and how do you know that you're actually getting the person that you really want or that's going to be the best for you in your bedroom or as a long-term partner. So it takes some healing to realize, and some self-teaching, and some just waiting to heal and understand exactly what you are dealing with. So a soulmate, in addition, you're going to feel like you have a spiritual tie with him or her because it's a mate of your soul. They share a similar energy with you, and I'll dab into that a little bit. When I say share a certain energy with you, that means that we got to go to a commercial, and I'll be right back. I'll come back with energy and vibrations.
How can you find a reliable source of CBD products? Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit HolisticWellnessBoutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Okay, welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. I am Mercury's Rising, your host for today, and I'm talking about relationships and how to determine if you have the right person close to the right person as your partner or in your bed with you. So I just was discussing earlier about the signs, which is the elements, which is air sign, water sign, fire sign, and water sign, and the 3 zodiac signs that go under each individual sign. And then I was touched on soulmate. So I'm gonna pick up from there. A soulmate is a person that has a similar energy to yours, and they're gonna have a similar purpose to yours as well. Even though I explained earlier that you can just be getting your karmic payback for how you treated someone, which is also a type of soulmate. And if you are supposed to just learn a lesson, because we're here basically to learn lessons. But so if you are supposed to learn one lesson, but it may take you 3 different relationships to get that understanding, then sometimes that's what it do. You got to go through 3 or 4 men before you can get what you're supposed to learn about your self-worth, or what you're supposed to have or not have in your life at that time, or what you had enough of, or what you're not going to stand for anymore. All those are lessons. So the soulmate, when I said I left off on similar energy, and basically it talks about how people vibe, what vibration they are on, so whether they're on a low vibration or whether they're on a high vibration. So a low vibrating person, let's say, might be, and I'm just going to go with some cartoons. A low vibrating, and I'll use the cartoon as a person, would be, I don't know, I'm just going to say olive oil from Popeye. And a high vibrating person, let's say, might be Popeye, but only Popeye after he had his spinach. So if you are a low vibrating person and a high vibrating person, and you're in a relationship together, it's not going to work because y'all not on the same level of vibration. And then more than likely that lower vibration person is going to bring your level down some. And there are things that you can do to bring your vibration, elevate your vibration, like just simply listening to some good music. Another purpose of the soulmate is to help us to awaken to the reality of who exactly we are. They don't have to be a romantic interest, but more often than not, they are. You get a sense of, I've known this person before, and they're really good with communication. It's not anything that they want to talk about or explain, because they're basically just kind of like you in another nutshell. And both of you have a mutual respect and love for each one another. But one of the big things for a soulmate is they're supposed to trigger something within you to cause you to be awoken. Now, twin flames, which is the top of the chart when it comes to relationships, and this is how it was explained to me. So let's say, for instance, I'm married to Bob, and Tom comes in. I meet Tom, but when I met Tom, it was a difference in how I felt about him than when I met Bob and how I felt about him. When I met Bob, it was butterfly in my stomach and nervous, but when I met Tom, it wasn't none of that. It was just a familiarity, like I've known him before. It's something about him, and we share a lot of the similar things, because the twin flame is supposed to be the mirror of you. So even if you and your twin flame are not together, energy-wise, you're still mirroring each other. MIRRORING, mirroring each other. So twin flames is definitely supposed to be the other half of your soul. And as I may have mentioned before, not everyone have a twin flame. Only selective people have twin flames, and you're lucky if you do have one, because when they come, that's your true love. Because then you definitely have the person that'll be the person that, and I know people do it anyway, that'll be the person that can finish your sentence. That'll be the person that has the same interest as you are. That's the person that's clear on everything about you, and you clear on everything about him. Clear as in, you all know what you want for the future. And but if you're not clear, your twin not going to be clear neither. So he'll be out there a little lingering. So the twin flame is going to be, if you clear, they're going to be, oh, I want a house with my twin. I want a dog with my twin. I want a child with my twin. And if you know about twin flames, you can be thinking these things even before you ever meet your twin. So, or you could have been having dreams of a person that you don't know who that person is. Or in those dreams, you can see the silhouette of the body of the person, but you never see the face. And then when you eventually meet the person, it's like, oh, wow, this is the person I've been dreaming about for the last 10 years. They're finally here. Okay, maybe they're finally here because you manifested that person and they came about in the physical, but it took 10 years for them to get here. Kind of how does twin flames work. So, let's see what else. I think that's enough on twin flames. Yeah. So, now, any callers? Come on, call in. Ask a question. So, I'll go back to the signs. Personally, for me, I believe I've had a couple of signs that I really like. I really like Sagittarius because Sagittarius is my sister sign. And like I said, fire and water work it out things pretty good. I also like Gemini because Gemini is my sign, and whom better to be in a relationship with other than yourself? So if I know how I am, then I know how Gemini is. Gemini male, I'm Gemini female, so I know what I like in a Gemini male, but it don't even have to be Gemini male, just a person that's a Gemini. And the closer the birthdays are, the better it works out. Scorpios, I don't care for Scorpios too much. Male Scorpios, I don't care for them too much. They're very controlling. Geminis can be too, but as a Gemini woman and Gemini man, you say, oh, when you see that what the person is doing is also things that you would do, all you're going to do is laugh. So then I smile, and they're going to wonder, what is she smiling about? But anyway, Scorpio can be sneaky, conniving, and controlling. They're very vindictive, revengeful as well. But if you're on the good side, they can be very loving and interesting. And, well, they're kind of on the freaky side too. And let's see what else. So when I was in my 30s, I believe, I kind of dated this guy, and no, I'll leave that one alone. But anyway, so, oh my, I can't think of any other good signs to talk about right now. I know Taurus is very stubborn. But anyway, let's talk about men in my bed. So I was thinking that maybe I'll pick up with Larry. by Larry being a military guy and a little older. I left off with him last week. And last week was like I did my little revenge thing. It was satisfying for the moment, but it just didn't pan out that much. But today is not, I guess, you know, you do grow over the years. I guess you should expect to, after 10 years pass, to have matured at some level. So the best thing I can say about trying to get the best partner that you have in bed is, you can have in bed with you, is to sit down and have a conversation. Ask him what he likes. And I'm going to keep saying he, because since I'm a woman, I'm going to talk from my perspective. Ask him what he likes. Tell him what you're willing to do. I heard a story the other day where this man was dating this woman, and he was a wheelchair-bound man, and he was dating this woman. Both of them were in their 30s, and they didn't break it off. He just hadn't seen her for a long time, and he just happened to come into a place of business, and she was there. So the person that was helping him at the time saw him trying to get his wheelchair from in front of the door, and she was wondering why. So she asked him, why are you trying to move your wheelchair so fast? You need me to help you? And he was like, no, I'm just trying to hide from Barbara. She makes me do all these freakish things to her. And so the young lady says, well, excuse me for laughing, but you hiding from a woman that want to do freakish things to you? And he was like, yeah, you wouldn't believe the things she tell me to do. So ask. So you want to have, when you see somebody, when you see your partner or ex-partner on the street or in a store somewhere, you wouldn't be having them, well, they won't be trying to hide from you. But it's time for another commercial. Be right back shortly.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
Hi, I'm Michael Cowell, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye. Hi.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I
Bye.
just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury's Rise, and I'm your host today. And on the phone, we have Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Mercury? This is Lee Harris. Hope all is well. Hope you're staying safe.
I am, and thank you so much for calling in today. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Basically, retired military. Worked at the VA for a few years. I retired. And basically, I'm a musician. Working on several projects right now. Just got through with a blues project for a guitarist friend of mine by the name of Tommy Lee Thompson in the Georgia area.
Okay.
And presently working on a project with Reggie Ward, a guitarist which everybody know about, but don't know about.
Okay.
He plays with the SOS band. He plays with the New JBs, and plus he plays with a plethora of different artists in the Atlanta area. Very great guitarist, and you could check him on YouTube. He has a song called Sunday Morning, which if you close your eyes, you think it's George Benson playing.
Oh, okay.
And plus he has another one called Westchester Square.
Okay. So,
And,
okay, so Mr. Harris, this is Bedroom Chronicles. So, can you give me some tips on good music for the bedroom? Because I don't think people do that anymore. Do people still use music in the bedroom? You know, like to get the mood going. Do you?
Oh yeah, it depends what your target market is. If of the age, if you're doing the hip hop, you got to put hip hop in the background. If you're dealing with older people, you put smooth jazz, because some reason women love soprano sax versus me being a jazz person. I love tenor sax. I'm old school. It was Coltrane, Miles, Bird on alto. But now people like to listen to Kenny Smith, Ken Waters. I met Ken Waters. He had a club in Conyers, and I met him a couple of times. Real nice guy. Okay. But, you know, all depends on your target market is at.
Wow. So how can somebody that likes rap make
if you like rap,
love rap music?
If you like rap, I would have to connect you with a friend of mine named Rico. He can give you all the rap artists, and another person I know is Kelly Lil Jon. And I'm a kind of person, my sites are more jazz, blues, rock, country, and I have a lot of friends that do hip hop. So I'm gonna try to perpetrate like I know hip hop.
Oh, okay.
But they'll contact me, say, hey, I need a bass line, and I provide bass line for the studio. There's another place, it was a warehouse. I used to go down there every Tuesday and Thursday. It used to be a whole warehouse of rappers. And I sit down there, they'd give me $50 just to lay down a bass line for them. And some days I make $50, some days I make $450. It was diverse.
Okay.
But it was a lot going on at that warehouse, so I stopped going down there.
So, Mr. Harris, I'm trying to get some songs other than just jazz. Let's say from 30 to 60-year-old that might work very well in the bedroom. It don't have to be music from this era. It can just be music from back in the day.
You talking about Teddy Pendergrass? You talking about the Isley Brothers? You put Between the Sheets and some of the old Isley Brothers in the background. This instrumental, I mean, you got the people right there. I mean, that music never died. Or even, since you're in the Atlanta area, Keith Sweat lives in the Atlanta area. Get a hold of Keith Sweat and let him help you out. I mean, I know Keith is not doing nothing right now.
No.
I mean, he'll help you out.
You funny.
No, I was being honest because I just now found out. I grew up in the Bronx, and it was a band called GQ. The lead singer was Raheem, and Sabu was the bass player, and a couple other artists. But I didn't like them. Because they were called the Rhythm Makers. I thought they were a bunch of knuckleheads used to run around these space suits and stuff. And I was playing basketball because I figured I bounced the ball, I could go to college. And sure enough, I did. I was able to get 2 bachelor's degrees for just bouncing basketball. But that's another story. But the main thing was they got a hold to a good manager, Tony Diaz. He managed them, changed their name from Rhythm Makers and became GQ. And you know the rest of the story. But they got caught up in some outside stuff and they didn't go as far as like they should have. But I never knew that Sabu's nephew was Keith Sweat. And so if I see Keith Sweat, I'm going to have a little conversation with him. And Fred will give my condolences to his uncle, Sabu, that passed. But you're right here in Atlanta. Keith Sweat, I mean, the women loved Keith Sweat back in the day. Yeah. And realize or not, Miss Mercury, you can revise his you can help out each other. Really, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And he's right here in the Atlanta area. He's not doing nothing.
Nothing, no.
Let's be real.
Well.
Any more questions?
Yes. So,
And sorry, you have a real nice cousin voice. You ever thought about doing radio?
No,
because it's a lot of stations. Like I'm supposed to be hooking up with a lady named Reba Blue. I did a cut with a guy named Randy Skinner. He's a trumpet player. He's a real good friend of hers. And I had a number. I lost it, so I got to get a hold of Randy and get her number. But she works on a radio station, 91.9 FM. It's a jazz station out of the clock. And you could talk to her. I mean, you got a beautiful voice, and you articulate very well. So you two get together, and she'll give you some pointers. You never know. The main thing, people need to reach out to people.
That's
true. A lot of people like to perpetrate.
That's true.
And you look behind the sheets, they're not really doing nothing. So if people just can work together, that black, white, and all that stuff, come on. You're all right. You know you're black. Come on. But at the same time, work together with people. Communicate.
So since you're a musician,
how to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Harris, since you're a musician, what's your favorite song for the bedroom?
My music? No, I'm kidding. No, for the bedroom, I would have to throw in some Teddy.
Teddy?
Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah, I have to throw in some Teddy. And every night before I go to sleep, I can't sleep without putting on Sade. I'm a big Sade fan.
Big who?
Sade.
Oh, Sade. Oh, yeah, Sade's nice.
I mean, I got her greatest hits, and a lot of times, do the vet, I injured in my neck and stuff and all other stuff. So a lot of times I have a hard time sleeping. So, put her one out, I'm good.
Okay.
But if I have company, I have to listen to what my friend would like. If she likes Teddy, I put on Teddy. If she likes Run DMZ, I put on Run DMZ. I mean, I'm here to entertain her, and so I can't be selfish and put on what I like.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, yeah. That's interesting. So.
And about you, well, you have a lot of time. I understand this is your second book right now.
Yes, it is.
And you're working on your doctoral degree. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on, and so you have a lot to offer. A lot of people do a lot of talking and they have nothing to offer.
That's true.
You know, but you have a lot to offer. So you should really hit on like Keith Sweat and a lot and radio stations or a plethora of different people because you got something to offer. But nobody ain't gonna pay you no attention until you start making that money. You start making the money, start getting a little limelight, then everybody thinks you the greatest thing since chocolate milk.
Okay.
But the only difference is you're making money now. So with money, you can invest in a lot of stuff.
Okay. All right. So, how much of the book have you read?
Like I said, I got the book last week. For some reason, you had a backlog, and I had a plethora of things I wanted to do. I read the intro, and I read a few pages.
Okay.
But I haven't really got into the book. But I read it. It was like, whoa. Man, that book is, man. I mean, whoa. I know if you ever do a movie, it's going to be rated XXX. So it ain't going to be no PG-13 movie.
No PG? No, I don't think it can be PG.
No, I know. But, you know, it grabs you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's pretty interesting. But basically, I think I would do, I would have had this weekend off, but a friend of mine, Rico, and my drummers getting together to have a song which they going to work out, which I finally got them two together. So I'm getting stuff together tomorrow, and then Friday or Saturday I'll be all busy. I'll be busy with them. But Sunday I'm going to read the book, and I won't read part of the whole book. But if not, I'll finish it up by Monday.
All right.
So next Thursday, I got to check my calendar. If I'm free, I'll call in and you can ask me more questions about the book.
All right, you can do that.
Yeah. But basically, what was your motivation about writing the book?
My motivation for writing the book, actually, when I started writing the book, I was just basically going to write about my growing up in the South.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was basically going to be about. And then I write a little bit, and I put it down for a couple of years. Then I pick it up and I write a little bit more. Then sometime I'll just sit and write like 20 pages, and then I put it down for a couple of months again. It was just whenever it hit me, then I'll start writing. But in the last few years, I've been going through a lot of I've been having a lot of emotional lessons. So that's when I decided I'll put pen to paper and capture it. So that's what I did. And all of all of it wasn't bad. So I just...
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. The emotional, did you concentrate on more the negative aspects of it or the positive?
No, I didn't.
Because basically, I read a little part of the book. You know, the female, she's with this guy, but I have to read more about the book. But one thing I want to ask you, these are more life experiences that you experienced personally, or there's more that experiences that friends of yours experience?
Well, it's a mixture of all of it. It's stories I've heard, friends, stories they've told me, some stories I've sit and listened to, and people really didn't realize I was listening. That kind of stuff.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Yep.
Wow. Now the other question I want to have: once I read the book, I was a caseworker, so I have a habit of paying attention to detail. Hopefully. And so when I call the next time and I give you like certain characters and stuff like that, you better tell me particularly the background, what inspired you to write about this particular character in the book.
Sure, I'll be glad to.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, because you have a gift as grabbing people. A lot of people can write a whole lot of stuff. You read it and say, okay, I'll just read the beginning and the end of the book and that's it. But you have a gift that you started, but it was pretty hard for me to put it down, but I had some things which I had to take care of, so I had to go ahead and take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah. The family stuff I had to take care of, so I just said, hey, put the book down
Okay.
take care of this matter and just keep on going. Then when I got to take care of the matter, I said, hey, like the spell was off of me for reading the book. I said, well, I'll pick it up the next day, then the next day, and other stuff started happening. So right now I'm planning, and I'm looking to start back on it on Sunday.
Okay.
And then I'm looking forward to reading it, breaking it down, dissecting it, and then asking you questions so you can explain to me what inspired you to, write about this particular character or have this particular character in your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go, on that note, we're going to go to a commercial.
Excuse me?
On that note, I said we're going to go to a commercial, be right back.
Okay, good.
Find a reliable source of CBD products. Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit HolisticWellnessBoutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com, and we thank you for your time.
Okay, welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury's Rise, and I'm your host today. And on the phone, we have Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris is a musician, and he was giving me some tips on the best music for the bedroom. So, Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Continue.
What does he want to know?
Well, you only gave me Teddy Pendergrass, anything between the sheets, and then you said...
Yeah, Isaac Brothers, right?
Yeah,
right?
Isaac Brothers and Keith Sweat, which, I really do like Keith Sweat.
Yeah, Keith Sweat. I remember one time... it was so funny. I went to see a Keith Sweat concert at Madison Square Garden. I had to take my young sister to see him. And I didn't want to go. My father said, if you don't go, you won't be able to do this. I take it on. And man, I stayed. It was like 75% women. It was crazy. Okay. And Keith Sweat, I gave him props. He was lifting up women that weighed about 200, 300 pounds. He lifted them up, doing all these tricks on the stage. I said, whoa, this dude got a strong back. That's part of the show. And he was doing it, and before that, I saw Teddy do the same thing. So it's all about entertaining. But you got to look at your age group you're looking at. You got people in the rap and all that. They're not going to really appreciate somebody like Teddy. They're going to like somebody else. And like I say, that's out of my... I don't know too much hip-hop because I don't listen to a lot. I got friends which I go to if I'm doing music. But most of the times, a musician, all that I'm doing is giving them a bass line. I listen to it and going into it, and really I haven't heard the whole song. They give me a track and say, hey, this is what I want, and they, a lot of times since they don't read music, they hum it to me, and I play what they humming, and they say, oh, that's it. They give my money, then I leave. So I'm not really qualified for the younger generation to say, hey, for the bedroom, what kind of music you like? Because, they, in my generation, they left it to imagination of what we're going to do. This generation tell you what they're going to do. I'm going to stick it in you, and I'm going to make you queen. I mean, like, they really grasp it, and like, I mean, like, you got to be retarded not to understand what they're saying. They let you know. Our generation, we give you you fill in the blank. Oh, that's what he meant, you know. You know. And it's just like a woman walk around with a wetted T-shirt. You wonder what's underneath it. In this generation, the woman walk around with no T-shirt, so you know what's going on.
Right.
You know. So I'm not. Like I said, I'm not going to perpetrate. I feel like I know what the younger generation like in the bedroom, what kind of music. That's somebody, I would have to, refer to my friends about it. But one thing I would do, I will call my friend Rico. He has a friend named Doug. He's deep in rap. He's real good. I'll talk to them. I'll give them the phone number to the radio station, and you can have them on.
Okay.
And they'll be more qualified than I think. I have no problem doing that.
All right.
For you.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said I'm going to hold you to that.
Oh, that's automatic.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. Like I say, I'm not rich, but my name, what I say is go. So,
all right. So I'm going to look forward to talking to you again as soon as you finish reading the book.
Right. And plus, I'll give you those numbers, and I'll call them, and they'll be reaching out to you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So that's it?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Hey, stay safe, you and your staff, okay?
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.
Well, that was Mr. Harvey Harris, musician, and he was giving me some pointers, but the main point that he was giving me, that the taste for music in the bedroom is basically different for every age group. And I can understand that because I can't get into the 20s and 30-year-old music that they're playing right now, because it's just it sounds like someone is giving you instructions. And it's okay to read about the instructions, but I don't want to be kissing you and the instructions that's telling me how to do that. I want to hear some good love-making lyrics and the words to actually follow it with a nice rhythm. So I'm going to give you our lineup we have here at TV 1061, and on Wednesdays we have The Flavor at 8 p.m., The Playlist at 9:30 p.m. On Thursdays, of course, we have Bedroom Chronicles from 6 to 7. On Saturday is One Nation at 2 p.m. And on Sunday is the Talk Show Divas at 4:30 p.m. and Talk Show Kings at 6:30 p.m. Live stream TV 1061. And next week, I hope that you all can call in. And I'm so sorry I gave you the wrong number. I don't know what was going through my mind. It's written on the paper, and I still wrote it down. Texted to you wrong. So you can look at the bottom of the screen, and the number is 770-485-7724, and you can call in. And I will answer all your questions as honestly as possible. And I hope that you will join me next week, Thursday, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bedroom Chronicles, Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find is the name of my book. It's been on the market since May of 2020. As soon as COVID is over with, I hope to do I have a list of, what do they call them? I don't know, book shows to go to for the remainder of the year into 2021, but I haven't participated with any because of the COVID. It's a very interesting book. It's very emotional. It's emotional on the point where it will bring you to tears for probably the first 30-something pages, and then it'll heat you up a little bit when it gets to the romantic and sexual section of it. It basically is about childhood trauma from the age of 5 to 12, which included sexual abuse, and then the adulthood. And the last 4 relationships in maybe the last 15 years, over 15 years. And the good part of those relationships and the bad part of those relationships, and what actually Sasha learned from those relationships. So today Sasha does take into consideration karmic relationships and try to stay away from the type of things that may happen, actually just not causing anybody else any type of pain. Being very mindful not to do that, because karma comes around now much faster than it used to, much faster. So if you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you broke someone else's heart and now you going broke because of it, because that's one of the things that can happen. You can go broke, meet a car accident, lose a lot of stuff. Then you realize, oh, all that happened because of the way I treated Sasha and Diane and Darlene. So you just have to be mindful of those type of things, because what does go around comes back around. And when you get to a certain point in your life, relationships are very important. And on that note, that ends my time for today. So looking forward to seeing you next week, Thursday from 6 to 7.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Hi, I'm...
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.